I could tell in the way that you were speaking, you seem to be having your attention more on the quality of your experience rather than having no relationship to the content of your experience. If you have your attention on the quality of your experience, it means you're going to say, well, now I'm meditating when you feel some degree of peace, joy, bliss, stillness, and when you're feeling psychological and emotional agitation and some degree of physical discomfort, you say, well, now I'm not meditating. So I'm just, okay. Well, so the point is, so then you're making a distinction, but so then what you're doing then is you're saying that the quality of your experience is determining how profound the experience of meditation is. Now, in the way that I teach meditation, I always say what's far more important than the quality of your experience is having no relationship to the content of it. So, and it all depends on also how deep and profound our understanding of freedom is. So is freedom a feeling? Is freedom a feeling of peace? Is it a feeling of joy? Is it a feeling of happiness? Or is it being free from or is it actually having no relationship to the content of your experience? Yeah, so this is actually a really important thing. So is freedom a feeling? Is freedom a feeling? Is it a feeling of peace, joy, or happiness? Or is it a position that we take? Okay? So the less sophisticated understanding of what freedom is, that's very common, is that it's a feeling. I feel free. Okay, so that being said, in terms of this particular kind of, in terms of this subject, if you make the effort to contemplate the ground of being or the nature of consciousness itself, either it's going to be easy for you, and as a result of something contemplating nothing, or this individuated self-sense, which is inherently limited and relative, awakening to and becoming aware of that which is unlimited and not relative, you begin to experience the infinite nature of being itself and experience the inherent freedom in that. That's one thing that can happen, which is thrilling. And the other is you're going to experience, it's going to be challenging for you because your mind's not going to stop tormenting you. Your emotions are not going to stop tormenting you. Your desire to move is not going to stop tormenting you. Now what you'll find is, if when it's challenging for you, emotionally and psychologically and physically, and you resist the temptation to scratch the thought, the emotion, the need to move or whatever, if you can resist the temptation, then whenever you come out of that posture, inner posture, you're going to experience incredible freedom. But in terms of actual, development, it's the practice of renunciation, really, is how we learn the mechanics. We learn about the mechanics of the self. We really learn what makes us tick, and we learn how to be free. Freedom is two things. It's an experience, peace, joy, bliss, ecstasy, passion, all those things. And it's also a position. So one is spontaneous and the other is a choice. You can't practice spontaneity. That's a contradiction, right? If spontaneous freedom is going to occur, it will occur. You can't practice spontaneity. But you can practice, you can choose to be free. You can exercise that muscle of choice. And through cultivating the habit of exercising that muscle, you can learn how to make the effort to be free at those times when it doesn't seem to be spontaneously emerging. Those rare moments. Because then you realize that the content of your experience doesn't have to be quote-unquote pleasant. The idea is you're choosing to have no relationship to it. Now, I guarantee any one of you, if you choose to have no relationship to your experience, especially when it's not easy for you, and you hang in there, and you don't give in, when you come back to normalcy or whatever it is, you're going to feel very free. And you're going to feel free not because it was easy, but because you made noble effort.